Hello, everyone. Today is 22nd of January, 2023. My name is Alexander Ermenkov. I'm a ruling reality coach, and I'm continuing my series Daily Reality with Alex. And today I would like to speak about authentic reality, or the reality of authenticity. When I started my Daily Reality with Alex series, I didn't know why, but I decided to make them every day in order not to prepare before I do them, and in order not to put agenda or to make a script or to prepare in advance and to know what I'm going to tell. And I'm doing this because I like a lot to work with intuition and to be put in situations where I'm not prepared for everything I'm doing, but just to allow my inner being to express itself the way it is at the very particular moment. And I didn't know why I'm doing this, and I'm going to continue this till the end of 2023, but for sure what the expressions of my daily reality are helping me, I suppose, and I think that they can also help you a lot, because this is a way I'm developing my authentic expressions, since I'm not able to prepare, to think about it, to meditate, to reflect upon this, and to show you a specific face, maybe that you are going to like, or to have a specific agenda in order in the end of the video just to propose you something. And for me, authenticity is a very important subject, and as it looks like, it is going to be much more interesting in the future. And I'm just going to share my screen now in order to show you some of the things that are, according to me, very important. And we are going to start with this chat GPT, artificial intelligence, where you can write any article you want, the way you want to do it immediately, and you can be very specific. You can become a very good artificial intelligence fed specialist in any area of life you would like to. So I tried it with different type of articles, and then I just posted some of them in order to see what is going to be the reaction of the people. And for example, 10 reasons why self-mastery is wrong concept, authentically generated by chat GPT AI. I wanted to see what this artificial intelligence, the so-called language-based program, is doing for all of us. And I asked this chat GPT contradictory questions. For example, one of the time I asked in order to give me specific information, then I asked the opposite information, and so on and so on. So I tested a lot. But what I realized is that since this information is based on 2021, and it is giving everything that all of us have heard. For example, when I asked him, give me 10 reasons why self-mastery is a wrong concept, before this, I was quite sure inside my intuition that this is so, that self-mastery is not enough in order a human being to be prosperous, because self-mastery is happening only inside of us. I am a ruling reality coach, and for me, the important part is how we as human beings, with all our inner experiences, are interacting with the physical material reality, and why this is so important. And when I went through all the information, when I put the 10 reasons why it's wrong, it immediately gives me very good thoughts. First, self-mastery implies that only one is inherently flawed and in need of improvement. then it suggests that there is a right and wrong way to think, feel, and behave. It implies that one should suppress or ignore certain emotions or thoughts which are not healthy. And in my own personal experience, I never wanted to divide my experience to bad or wrong, or whenever I'm expressing some things that through reality and through the way other people are looking may look like they're not the right thing according to them, but still I prefer to express them because if they're uniquely and genuinely mine, I would like just also myself to observe what is out there. And what I realized and why we need reality is that actually through our interaction with our daily reality, we are able to understand who we actually are in this given moment. And of course, I put a lot of other things in this chat GPT, and you can use it for yourself. Of course, you can create very good and beautiful content. But what I would like to share with you now is that actually what is going to happen in the next years is that authenticity is going to become much more rare. It will be much more different to understand if something is authentic and unique and original, because more of this artificial intelligence is going to give us so much additional powers. And it is encouraging us to do something that I have found out maybe 2 years ago. And these are the two very important principles about reality. The principle number one is that all the time we are the one that are generating our own specific, unique reality and nobody else. Then the principle number two is that because of our ability, we are constantly influenced from the outside, from the artificial intelligence, from the algorithms, from all that we are feeding with. We are encouraged to retranslate what is already available and in existence. This is what usually happens when we are going into education. We are learning to stop asking questions because we are learning the ready answers, and we are fed like artificial intelligence to continue retranslating the same knowledge once and again and again and again. And meanwhile, we are telling to each other how we are not dogmatic, but we cannot question a lot of things because already, Alex, everything is so proven. Nobody can ever find the hot water because it's already there and it's available for everyone. So don't ever ask questions, especially questions about the fundamental things of reality, and never ask questions about the obvious. But what I realized about the fundamentals and about the obvious is that actually the truth is hidden in the obvious. The truth is always around us, and it is so close to us that we cannot see it because we are seeking everywhere else, but not exactly where the obvious is. And once we are delusioned, once we are shifted away from the obvious, then we can go into so many different bubbles, and we can become a retranslating beings where I can retranslate the values of today, I can retranslate all the human endeavors, everything that the human beings are dreaming for, and I can turn my life into 100% retranslating reality where everything that is happening to me is so predictable because it is based on everything I'm fed from the data stream. Does it mean that in the moment I'm perfect and I'm actually not retranslating for all of us everything that you already know, and how to authentically work with information and yet to go through your own experience and to learn to educe, to take out of yourself your specific unique essence, and to be willing and daring to boldly express it in reality. I would like to tell you about one very fundamental thing that really free me up in order to be able to express whatever is coming into my being. Because reality is only possible to be validated, and then we know that something is working, at least at this very moment, or in this specific situation. Maybe in other specific situations and moments it is not going to work. But what I found out is that not only nobody knows the truth, but all of us are constantly searching, and all the concepts that we are creating constantly are just helping us little by little to understand what is out there in the unknown, which no one of us can see, can feel, can touch, can describe in its wholeness. So whatever me or you are expressing, even if all the human beings are saying, no, Alex, this is 100% wrong, chickens cannot fall down from the skies, because if you want to be a little chicken in this movie, for example, like the allegory, and you're just trying to create or to express or to generate something new, nobody is going to actually pay attention. And this is what we are fed. We are fed to be similar. We are fed just to go with the mainstream, just to be in the flow. If now it's modern, all of us to speak about consciousness, to speak about different interesting things, and all of us are just in vibrations, and all of us are just in the same vibe, in the same streams, and we think that we are so modern and we're so prosperous and we are so successful because we know all the talk of today. All of us think that the big solution for humanity is to stay in meditation. But Alex, meditation helps me so much. I'm detaching from reality. I'm understanding that I'm not what I think I am, and so on and so on. It so much helps me to connect with everything that is out there, that of course I don't understand it, but I'm connected and I feel the things and I'm enjoying the meditation. And if I don't do the meditation, then I don't feel that I'm the same person as when I'm doing the meditation. So when I'm doing meditation, something wonderful is happening for me. Yes, we can create different type of rituals. I can take, for example, now this glass, and every morning when I touch this glass, it is so wonderful. I can feel that when I touch this glass, something very wonderful is happening for me, because I can feel the touch of the glass, and I know that everything is working. I can create 100% books around it. I can create stories around it. I can go into the chat GPT, artificial intelligence, and can create a different energetical flows just in the area where, if people are touching the glass, it is so wonderful. And it is giving us such a wonderful experience. In Bulgaria, we have people that are going into a specific mountain, and that where every morning they are dancing under the sun, and they are so strongly experiencing the power of the rising of the sun, and they're the so-called white brotherhood, and they really experience such strong power in these specific places in the mountains of Bulgaria, and they enjoy it, and they have such a big structural, philosophical, and religious understanding about how everything is. And of course, I'm a Christian, and you can say, Alex, you're the same. You're just retranslating a lot of things that already are and structured and religious and so on, and we are not interested in this because we see that this is not helping humanity, and we know all the results of all this type of work, so we don't like it. We are going to find and try and see something else. But what I found out the last 2 or 3 years in my experience is that it doesn't matter what we have been fed with. I have been fed in the moment maybe more than 70% of everything that is coming into my mental realm, and everything that I'm expressing is non-unique and non-authentic, and it are not my thoughts. But then when I go through my own experience and grasp something as a principle, what I'm doing after this, I say, okay, this is a door. I don't care who said how much. I'm sure that this is only the surface. And now I'm start exploring. I'm exploring more and more into different directions, and I know that nothing is labeled, nothing is tangible, nothing is concrete, nothing is in details, but everything can be continued to go into exploration. And then in order for me as a human being to stay authentic, what I'm doing constantly when I work with the feet, with what already is, in order not to retranslate everything that is already said is out there, I immediately say, what is wrong with this specific label? For example, if we say that consciousness is ruling all, and the field of consciousness is everything, and that we are individualized part of consciousness, and consciousness is the fundamental thing of reality. This is a very great statement, and if I go into the ChatGPT AI, it is going to give me so many reasons why this is so. But after this, I see this door, I understand the information, and I start questioning everything till I don't see the intersecting point between my own personal unique experience and the common general information that is out there. And for sure, I know deep inside of me that consciousness is not the solution of anything about the human experience, and that I am not consciousness. I'm not individualized consciousness, part of a big field. But I'm using consciousness. Yes, I understand this label, but from my perspective of reality, I'm not going to turn anything into a limiting belief for me. I'm going to use this tool in my own personal reality, but just as a tool. I'm not going to bow or worship some type of non-personified type of understanding or concepts. They are there for us, but we need to understand that we are the one who are generating our reality, and all the different maps, labels, and things that are out there are not there for us to worship them, because everything that is part of the creation is not above us. It doesn't matter if there are beings that are outside of our dimension. We are not created as beings to worship creation, created beings. We are as beings to be independently, authentically, uniquely plugged into the source that is beyond creation. Is it possible, Alex, this thing to happen? Is it possible at all, we as human beings to be so connected with life and to go and to transcend creation, to transcend consciousness, and to go beyond every type of concept, and just to know that we are in 100% connection with the unknown, with the unseen, with the one that has never been available for any one of the creatures to 100% understand, spot, and realize. And then we know that we are separation, and this is how creation happens. Creation happens through separational processes. Under me there are separations, above me there are separations. Of course, all of us understand the principle, or if we don't understand, we know about the principle of the whole, where each unique part of the separation is actually playing its role in the whole. But does it mean that the whole is also not part of the creation? Yes, it is. But Alex, I thought that the oneness is the prime end direction. No. I thought that if one day we are going out of the duality and then we go into the principle where there is just everything is just the same, where there is no anything different, where everything is not labeled, then we are going to understand, and we are going to be in state where all is, and we are 100% connected to all, and we are 100% going to go away from our individualization and separateness, and we are going to be attached to the oneness, to the great mind, and so on and so on. Of course, all of these principles looks very interesting, but because I'm a unique human being that don't want, and I'm not created, and you are not created in order to be separated. We are not created in a way, and I'm so joyful about this, that reality and creation is done, and the process is working in such a way that we are all allowed to experience imperfection. We are all allowed to experience different things that looks like inside of us, in our essence, where we are 100% limitless and 100% in no necessity of change. But since we are experiencing everyday imperfections, we are allowed to be wrong. We are allowed to take wrong decisions. We are allowed to suffer. And a lot of us say, no, Alex, we don't want to go this way. We just want to stay in the perfectness, in the wholeness. We want to be enlightened so much. We want just to experience the good and the positive things of everything. And only now here in this type of experience, while we are here in our earthly realm, we can understand all the flows of everything and all the probabilities that one day will not exist, in the sense that we are not going to be willing to experience them. And that's why, for me, the very important two type of processes that are going to clash in the next maybe 5 to 10 years with more and more artificial intelligence that is coming into everything, is that there is going to be so much fakeness, so much more delusion, that authenticity is going to shine. Authenticity means also that we are going to look stupid and simple and ignorant in the face of the shiny artificial intelligence. But for example, when everybody is saying that the earth is circle and sphere, I'm 100% behind the flat earth understanding about reality. Does it mean that I'm right and they're wrong? No. but I want to use this model in order to go into a de-learning of the other model. I was wondering for so much why both models are working all the time, why we can generate one model for understanding reality in the physical matter reality, and also the flat earth model where we have a closed cosmos, where it's not easy and probable that we, the human beings, are able to ever go out of this realm, is also a very interesting probability that also exists. So everything that is out there in the realm of the shared internal quadrant of reality, where we have all the knowledge with which we are fed daily, consciously or subconsciously, it's up to us, the individual I am, to decide to what extent we are able, through our experience, to transmute this general knowledge into a specific living and daily reality implementational knowledge we can call wisdom, because there are three types of wisdom. One type of wisdom is the human wisdom, everything that we, the humans, already have proved a little bit that it is maybe working. Here is all the science, here is everything that we are learning from the books, and now we can predict the weather. We don't need to go to shamans, we don't need to make special rituals about having specific weather experiences, and the climate is almost very easily predictable. Of course, it's not easy to control it, but at least we can know all the time and we can monitor everything. And this is part of the human wisdom. But is it possible also, while everything is predicting what is going to happen after 1 hour, through human intent, through human intervention, through human connection with the above beings, the climate to be changed immediately? We know, of course, that from all this type of hidden knowledge and all this type of secret societies, we know that maybe there are machines that can be used from the physical materiality and they can create earthquakes and so on and so on. And we all know about this type of information and we are fed. And that's why sometimes we're thinking that something is manipulated or not. But these are type of understandings that are there for us just to know that some more things are possible. But of course, everything is possible, even from the perspective of interacting with the non-physical and creating some glitches and some type of different interventions into the physical matter reality. And why all of this is important? It is important because when we work with the authenticity, it is not just a very nice, interesting topic. It is a daily fight. It is a daily striving. It is a daily effort for all of us to work from the inside out about our authenticity, to protect it, in a sense, not that, okay, everything that I have stated the last 12 or 24 months or 36 years, it is 100% correct. But for sure, in any given moment, I know that I am a sincere. So can I be a sincere fool? Can I be sincerely delusional? Yes, I can. But meanwhile, I'm creating inside of me a specific muscle where I'm trusting my intuition more and more. Of course, then my mind have a much more different specific role. Now it is the validator of my intuition into the physical materiality. And that's why it's very important long-term to constantly use our abilities of the logical discernment to validate in reality, because long-term as creatures, we are created to be judges. the biggest and the higher hierarchical creatures that exist in the physical or the non-visible reality are able to discern, are able to be judges, are able to know immediately what is right is what is wrong, or to use other labels, what is working in reality and what is not working in reality. Because in reality, nothing works 100% in the moment and nothing is wrong 100%. Everything is just in percentage in different areas, working or not working. So it's very hard just to judge in the physical matter reality and to have such type of discernment where you can say, well, Alex, this is 100% not working because everything is working. Even when I take the glass and I start to imagine how this glass is helping me on a daily level, it is working because of the placebo effect, because I'm making a point of contact and so on. And I'm using, with, of course, a lot of limitations, I'm able to create my own personal rituals that are giving me something. But they are limiting me a lot from the basic and core principle where we are to go out of the human wisdom directly into the heavenly and godly wisdom, which is the wisdom of the beyond creation being. Of course, it's not so easy to enter into this realm because we have the second realm of the illusion where all the demonical or all the beings or energies or however we want to describe it, where is the so-called demonic wisdom, which doesn't mean that this wisdom is not also working to some extent in our field of understanding, because a lot of people are constantly downloading different types of information, and to some extent it is helping, but there are a lot of limitations in this type of wisdom of reality. And the only place where there is 100% unlimitlessness, 100% accurateness is when we are going directly to the top of the pyramid, because the knowledge, the general and the most comprehensive knowledge, which is at the top of the pyramid, is working on every levels of understanding and implementation till the bottom and the underworlds, and in everything that is existing, even if we know it or don't know it. Because all the other type of information and understanding are living in specific locality, in specific circumstances. That's why when people are saying, okay, Alex, we are now very strongly into the movement of unconditional love. Unconditional love works everywhere. It is such a strong and wonderful energy. And immediately I give my different conclusion also about this based on my personal reality, where I'm explaining that also this one type of sentence is not enough in order to understand anything or all of the things, because nothing in nature is unconditional. Everything is governed by laws. There is the contractual and transactional processes in everything that exists in reality in all the levels. So there is nothing unconditional. Even life itself is not unconditional. In order we now to experience it, there's so much we are to align in order to feel it, in order to be fulfilled. It's not so easy just to be biologically alive. And this is all I wanted to express today. And this is that authenticity of every one of the human beings on the planet, because all of us, the 8 billion, are 100% unique, 100% authentic, 100% separated from each other. and we are to authentically work with all type of information and only to trust the adjusted information that is coming out of our inner being and that is able to be validated with the most higher and out of the creation reality being. And that's why this type of alignment is so important, because through this experience we are understanding to know two things: to know the one that created everything, the archetype, the one that is beyond reality, and also to know us, to understand how this relationship that is creating this plasmic experience. And there are a lot of wordings about this, and this is creating the vibe and the energy through which we are creating all type of flows of authentic expressions in our own personal reality. So thank you for watching today. Enjoy your reality and know that there is so much more beyond the scene. There is almost everything is behind what our five senses are giving us as a feedback. And more we understand and get aware about reality, more and more we can be positioned as rulers of our own personal reality. And that's why I'm a ruling reality coach, and this is what I can help you with, to really be positioned as ruler. Bye enjoy your reality, and anyone can DM me in the different medias where you can see me. Bye